Can Gio Lopez possibly be the next Sam Howell? What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? My name is Nathan. I am one half of your Heel Brothers. And today's video title, I know, is a little bit different. Probably something you weren't expecting on seeing. Quite frankly, it's something I thought of last week. But nevertheless, it is a conversation that is something that I just want to throw out there to you guys and let you guys explore this. And I want to explain myself a little bit. But last week, my brother Alan did a video for us asking who's our QB1 for the season. He talked about the three-person race between Max Johnson, Bryce Baker, and Gio Lopez. And ultimately, he agreed that Gio Lopez, he thought, was going to be the quarterback that was going to be ushered out into the very first game against TCU. And he wondered and asked me on that video what my thoughts were. And I wasn't there, so I said I would respond on the Sunday Tar Heel. And I said this: you bring in Gio Lopez to give yourself more options. You lost Ryan Brown. You've got a true freshman in Bryce Baker. Max Johnson, a guy that, you know, we don't know if he's even going to be able to play. Bill's of the mindset. Will he say it out loud? No, because we've heard multiple times it's got to be a process and this, that, and the other thing. Bill knows just as well as anybody. Bill and the entire staff knows that just, you know, no matter what, that they have to win now. With the schedule that they've got, outside of the Clemson game, the UCF game possibly, NC State because it's a rivalry, Duke will also see because it's a rivalry, you really don't have a scary schedule. I'm of the thought process that Gio Lopez is going to be your guy starting this year. Now, quick plug really quickly. If you guys haven't ever watched the Sunday Tar Heel, we just started this past Sunday. Every Sunday from here on out, live show for you guys. It's going to be an hour on every single Sunday live. You guys can come out there and hang out and comment with us. And we absolutely want to see you there because you get stuff like that and also new logo reveals too, by the way. So, yeah, absolutely. I thought that Gio Lopez, personally, just like Allen did, was going to be the guy that North Carolina and Bill Belichick were going to roll with coming up in this upcoming season that we're getting ready to go into now, just because of his ability to be a dual threat quarterback. He's shown that. A little bit undersized at 6 foot, but I think that's something that we can live with. Seems to be a pretty accurate passer. And I think he's got some experience, not the experience that you would want like a Max Johnson has, but definitely no experience like a Bryce Baker has, and he's a true freshman. So I thought that Gio Lopez would be the guy, and I still think that. And that leads me to my question. Is Gio Lopez going to be the next Sam Howell? Is he the next Sam Howell? Now, let me explain this and break this down a little bit. Am I saying, I just want to quickly put this out there. Is Gio Lopez Sam Howell? I am not saying that. I am not saying that they are the same player or he's going to be as great as. I want to look at it and take it in a different way. In the positioning in which they're coming into. Now, let me explain. When Sam Howell committed to the North Carolina Tar Heels, the Tar Heels were a team that went after him with the previous head coach. He went after him big time, and Sam Howell was going to commit to Florida State. We know that. But when Mac Brown came in, he wanted Sam Howell. He was the guy that he wanted more than anything. He wanted to put his name to. And sure enough, he got Sam to commit to North Carolina over Florida State in a surprising move. Not many people saw it coming. And Sam Howell came to North Carolina. Now, there was a little bit of a quarterback battle there, if you guys remember. But Sam Howell ultimately took the job. And as a true freshman, fresh out of high school, Sam Howell took the field against South Carolina in Charlotte and was able to squeak out a victory up there. And ever from there, it was uphill from there for North Carolina for a little while. And then we ultimately know how that thing went. But with Gio Lopez, he is coming into a very similar situation to that of Sam Howell. A little bit of a better situation. We got to remember that North Carolina had only won 5 games in 2 years leading up to Mac Brown's arrival. But with Mac Brown's arrival, obviously some recruits came in. Roster flip had to happen. A lot of guys came in, and ultimately, Carolina was able to put together a pretty solid team over the next couple of years. Very similar situation that we find ourselves in right now with Coach Belichick. A Hall of Fame level head coach comes with expectations. The return of the Mac t-shirts everywhere. Can North Carolina become the powerhouse it once was under Mac Brown? All this conversation was there that wasn't there under Larry Fedora. And now that Mac Brown was coming in, Sam Howell being pushed out there as the starting QB had the pressure on the world, on his shoulders, heading into that game one against Charlotte, and ultimately over the next few years, as he would be the quarterback for the Tar Heels for 3 seasons before leaving and Drake May taking over. Now, Gio Lopez is coming in. Now, this conversation doesn't happen if Gio Lopez isn't your starting quarterback. We could be having a different conversation with Bryce Baker if he happens to be the starting quarterback for us this year. We will see what happens. But I'm under the impression that Gio Lopez will be, and I think a lot of us are as well. But with Gio's coming into a situation that Carolina was a bowl game, or was a bowl team last year. They got to a bowl game, went up to Fenway Park, by the way, which was a really fun time. There is a vlog on this channel that you guys can go watch of that. Really cool stuff. But also, Gio Lopez is a guy that's highly touted. Sam Howell was a 4-star quarterback. Everybody thought that he was going to be pretty daggum good, and Florida State was chomping at the bit to get their hands on Sam Howell. Highly touted quarterback. And you're coming into a system where the expectations aren't just come in and, hopefully you win a couple of games. No. Sam Howell and the Tar Heels, when Mac Brown came back, were expected to go out and win ball games. It is supposed to be a dawn of a new era for North Carolina football. Now Gio Lopez finds himself in a situation that the floor in which Sam and Mac came into 5 wins in 2 years has been risen to, last year we won 6. And before then it was 8. Before then it was 9. Higher floor, and the expectations go up even higher because now North Carolina has went all in on their football program, and they've thrown money at it. We've saw this. We've saw this with the additions that they've made in the staff and the recruits they've been able to get in. The floor has been raised for North Carolina, and everybody believes that the ceiling should be raised as well. Now, we'll ultimately see if it's coming into fruition. But I believe that Gio Lopez finds himself in a very similar situation that Sam Howell found himself in, with the pressure of the world laying on his shoulders, saying, if I'm the guy, I can't let this team down. I have to be the leader of this football team and lead this team forward and go produce wins. Because also, one thing that me and Alan also very much agree on is that Bill Belichick, and I think a lot of you guys will too, Bill Belichick is not coming in to have a process, if you will. This is something he realized he needs to win games now, or else he could lose our fan base, because our fan base is already at a whatever. You bring Bill in, some people, and even I was skeptical of the move at first. When I first saw that first little headline come through saying, "Hey, Bill Belichick could possibly be interviewing for the Tar Heel job," I'm like, no, this doesn't make no sense. But then it happened, and now we've kind of thought about it, like, okay, this is a high risk, high reward scenario. High reward, we'll see. Hopefully it's high reward, but it definitely is a high risk situation that you have here. And Bill Belichick don't mess that up. And he's got to make the right decision to go win football games, just like Mac Brown had to go make the right decision to go win football games when he went to Sam Howell. And they both wear number 7. Gotta love it. But both of these guys come in with the world on their shoulders, the expectations higher than ever. The Tar Heel fan base and the Tar Heel faithful watching them. The national medias were watching them and are going to be watching them. Think about it. North Carolina's first game is on a Monday night. It's Memorial Day, baby, or Labor Day. I forget which day, but which one it is. I'm horrible with remembering dates and events. But you're on prime time. You're all by yourself. Monday night on ABC. Gotta watch North Carolina take on TCU in your building on a nicely freshly grassed field. But the expectations are there. And Gio Lopez, in my opinion, is in a similar situation to Sam Howell. So is he the next? Could he be the one? Let's think about it. Sam Howell took the reins and he got that first win. And he went out there and he led this football team. He led them to a decent season that year and then to an Orange Bowl. And then we had a bad season. The bad season, that was a very unfortunate. And I don't think that was all on Sam Howell myself. That was offensive line and defense just being toilet tissue, to say the least. But is Gio going to be the guy that leads this team forward? We'll see. I'm curious to see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. But I want you guys to think about it. What do you think about this comparison between Gio and the situation he finds himself in versus where Sam found himself in? I think they're very similar. I think the comparison is there. You guys tell me if I'm crazy or not. I'll leave it up to you guys. Or could we be talking about Bryce Baker being in this situation? Or Max Johnson, for that matter? We can't count him out just yet. He's in there until he's not. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Be sure and check out the Sunday Tar Heel every single Sunday. We like to give out the times in which we will be going live, the Friday or Saturday before on the Sunday, just in case. You know, Sundays we're both pretty busy, so we have to find a time to go on there live for an hour. And just keep an eye out on the community page section. Go check that out. Go over there and leave comments, and you guys can start chatting over there as well. I didn't know this, but YouTube evidently added a community page section. So there's that as well. So you guys can go in there and have a good time along with us. Let us know your comments and your thoughts down below. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Is Gio the next Sam Howell? And go Heels.